I walked back to the table to say and saying I have words, but I don't have words. I have words that I prepared in advance, but I didn't know about this. I am the one time, look at that, she's speechless. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to all of you for everything and for making this happen. We know what we've worked so hard to do here for so long, but we also know our students continue to struggle as they leave, and so this is precisely what is needed, and I am so grateful that everybody shares that vision. Thank you, thank you. Those are the words I got. As I said to Brad, I feel like I died. And he said, but the good thing is you didn't. So I did prepare a few things, which is nowhere near as profound and meaningful as all the things that have been said before. But I did want to share a few things. One is people are attributing a lot to me for the creation of BART. And I look out at this room, and as I've tried to make my way around to tables, I really mean it when I say that the creation of BART has come from the efforts of so many, whether it be on this scale or this scale. And everyone who's been up here has contributed in some way, and everyone at your tables have contributed in some way. And I am so grateful to have been a part of that more than anything. I did want to talk a little bit about how that creation, just let me roll out my words. I had a few things to say. One is, again, people are attributing to me things that I don't attribute to myself, and maybe you shouldn't either when I do the final moment of transition to Jay White, if you can raise your hand, our new executive director. People mentioned wisdom and words that mean wisdom, but what they don't know is what I'm now going to hand over to Jay, is a lot of it comes down to the magic 8-ball. So this is, in moments of trouble and moments of struggle, this is the tool that actually really helps. And so Jay, if you can just please come accept the final moment. This is the passing of the torch. This is our torch. I do just want to say I've spent enough time with Jay now to know that he is going to be an exceptional leader for the school going forward. And I'm so incredibly grateful for the work that the search committee and the board did, because it allows me to leave and feel really confident and comfortable that the work of the school is moving forward and at a pace and in a direction that I feel so comfortable with, and I'm so glad I don't have to use the magic 8-ball anymore. But again, BART has always been such a team effort. As Pam noted, there are members of the board here, past and present. There are staff members here, past and present, who have been phenomenal partners along the way, and that's how the team has always functioned. And whether or not they stayed for a short period or a long period, everybody has contributed in a deep and powerful way. But there are also categories of people that I just want to name that haven't necessarily always been recognized. And one of those is community members. It was actually pretty touching to have Jane up here as a community member who I'm glad remembers our subway on Spring Street conversations when I was seeking political advice. But there have been so many like Jane who have just provided a little bit of advice here or a connection there that has kept BART moving forward in the right direction. And there are many of you who are those community members in various ways. So I want to recognize all of you for that. What is so meaningful about this scholarship is that BART families and students have been, to me, the kind of engine that makes this place work. And in moments of struggle and in moments of challenge, that's who I look to, and I think to myself, that's why we're here. And so we have our 2 founding members of our Alumni Association in the room tonight. If you can stand up, you two, Crystal and Chris, in the back. And then, families like Elma and Donald Sanders, who I was so honored to see here tonight, who I was already going to mention. Elma and Donald Sanders have been the epitome of the types of families. I met with them before we ever opened. I went to their house. Howard Bruckner, a retired superintendent, had asked them to reach out to me. I met with them about their son, and in the darkest days that Bo described, and Jane described, and Dick described, and Mark described, and Pam described, and Brad described. Anyway, in those darkest days, I thought, do people really want us? And I thought, yeah, I met with the Sanders. I know they really want us. I met with the Archambaults. I sat at their kitchen table. They really want us. And those families are the ones that really kind of kept the energy alive. And so I want to make sure that they are always remembered, and I think this is the kind of thing that honors those families and students. And I have to talk about my family. My family is unbelievable. I have, my family is certainly the family that brought me into this world and that I, break bread with on Thanksgiving. My family are my friends who are in the room, who are my family when my family isn't here. All of those people have been a tremendous source of support, but I want to call out a few folks, including my own children, who are in the room and who are going to be embarrassed, so please don't all look at them, but they're really cute. They're right there. In many ways, those two have made me a much better leader. It was when they were born and I had to learn how to balance and learn how to delegate and learn how to create opportunities for other people that BART became a much stronger place. So in many ways, you have Will and Drew to thank. But they also helped me understand the context of being a parent, and running a school without being a parent versus running a school as a parent are 2 different things. And so they have a lot that they've contributed to this. Related, trying to run a school when your husband works in New York and you've got 2 young children at home is only possible because of that extended family. And we have Sandy and Bob in the room who Sandy and Bob made that happen. So they are phenomenal and have been an amazing source of support. At the table in the middle, I have my in-laws. 5 people representing my in-laws who have been held my hand, gave me a hug when I really needed it, listened to me when I called, have been an amazing support in all the tough times, but also really stopped me and said, you must celebrate the good, and helped me see the good, because as Bo described, I probably lived more through fear than courage. And so they have been an amazing source of strength when I needed it, and balance. My own parents, who are here tonight, and I need you to stand up. I need my parents to stand up. These 2, yes. They're the 2 people in the world who like attention less than I do. These 2 obviously have been a strength for me from the time I was as a tiny baby. But they were also here chipping gum off of donated furniture before the school ever opened to make sure students had desks. And then they finally said, this is ridiculous. Students should not have furniture with gum that stuck on the bottom. Let's get them new desks. So they have been, and that is the metaphor. That is the metaphor for all they have done again and again for the school and for me. So amazing parents. And many of you have heard the phrase, behind every great man is a great woman. I like that phrase. I do not claim to be great, but I will claim my husband is great. My husband, Brad Swaluga. It's another one for which I have no words. He's the one who coaxed me through many nights of fear, held my hand through many difficult times, has spent the first year of our marriage with me completely subsumed by this school. He might say the first 14 years. Our anniversary is in July. He's been my coach, my friend. He's been all of those things for BART's, but directly, but also through me. And he is. It's been a team effort. It's really been a team effort. Thank you, Brad. I think he's the one who should be celebrated tonight, by the way. So if there's one thing I learned in this job, it's that anything can be accomplished if the right team is in place. And the right team are the people in this room tonight. The right team are the people who've been here at BART as members of our community in some form or fashion over time. And so that is who I want to toast. And that is how I want to end tonight, thinking about all of you who have made this happen. And I appreciate that deeply. Thank you. Now this is anti. Oh, they even cut me off. I really got cut off. I was at like a. Somebody's on it. Now this is quite anticlimactic, but I hope it's not actually anticlimactic. I mentioned past and current board members. There are. First, I want to make sure, as a supporter of the board, that I deeply thank Leah Thompson for tonight. Deeply thank Leah Thompson. That one got lost. Oh, I am getting the last word. Okay. I'm settling in. I want to deeply thank Leah for tonight, and amazing job tonight, but an amazing job over the last 5 years, and an amazing partner that I'm going to miss working with daily. I hope we find another way to work together. But I also want to point out the partnership of our founding trustees who are here tonight. We have 3 in the room, I believe, and our founding trustees of our foundation, who Hugh Daly is over here, Micah Singer is in the back, and then we have Jessica Harris wasn't able to be here, Scott Walker is not here, but we had an amazing foundation board, and Pam Johnson and Charlie Tamajian, who are, wow. If everyone can have a Pam Johnson and Charlie Tamajian in your life, you would be, the world would be a much better place. So I do want to make sure I call those folks on. If you haven't had a chance to talk to them directly, please make sure you do, because this is an amazing night to see them here too. Thank you.